Hey, what is going on, everybody, dude? I've not done a what's on my phone video in a while. Main reason being because I had like Tinder and stuff. I didn't want to show you guys those apps. But pretty much I'm just going to show you what's on my phone, basically everything that I use on a daily basis. Yeah, I like looking back and seeing which apps I was using at the time because it does change every once in a while. On the main page though, we have the pretty basic ones apps that I use every day. And I feel like a lot of these apps I can probably take out now, but Google Maps is something I use all the time. I'm sure you guys know. Reminders is something that's just amazing. I was just even going to show you guys. So here you can see videos that I was planning on doing. I'll probably blur all this stuff out. But these are videos that I was planning on doing, but I never really got a chance to. Some of these are pretty dope. I might actually end up doing some. But yeah, I'm sure you guys are familiar with reminders. And it's awesome because those things sync up with my MacBook and now my watch as well. The next thing is voice memos. Sometimes if I'm making beats or something, guys follow me on SoundCloud, but sometimes if I'm making beats or something and I come up with an idea or a melody, I just like hum it into my phone and I just like play it there. The next one is Gmail. I'm sure you guys are familiar with that. Clock in the App Store and settings and camera. That whole row I pretty much use on a daily basis. Sometimes if I have to test out an app or a sponsor tells me to test out an app, I click it through here, obviously. Settings and camera. The reason I have settings on the main page is because ever since Apple did that Wi-Fi Bluetooth toggle thing, I have to like physically click here and then like to go into Bluetooth and figure out from there. It's not that big of a deal though. The next thing is Google Drive. I used to use Google Drive all the time, but now I really don't because I used to upload my videos on Google Drive, but I don't do that anymore, so there's no point even talking about it. So that might actually leave from the front page. I don't know. We have Notes here. Notes is crucial. I use Notes all the time. It's so amazing. I literally depend on Notes so heavily. The next is Calendar. I have a lot of my videos synced up here. I have a super dope video dropping on Saturday, so stay tuned for that. That's literally going to change my life. Next is Music. I'm sure you guys are familiar with that. Microsoft Outlook. So on my school email, I actually have to use Outlook. I don't like it. It's not the best. But it gets the job done. And within this folder called Folder, it just has Amazon and eBay on it. So I buy a lot of things on Amazon and I buy a lot of things off eBay. And it really just depends. Like I use both. I used to have both of them on here, but I didn't like having that one app that was just dangling down here, so I put them in a folder. The next thing is something that I just recently put on my home screen. That's YouTube. I used to have it on this screen, but I put it on the front screen because it's that important to me. I watch YouTube videos all the time. I gotta chill out with that, but the next thing is Spotify. I use Spotify. I don't use Apple Music or anything. I do have SoundCloud as well because, you know, some of my songs are on SoundCloud. But overall, Spotify I like a lot. Then we have Phone, iMessages, and Safari down here. The second page just goes a little bit more in depth, a little bit, but not really. So we have FaceTime up top. We have Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter. Those are my three main things. That's my personal Snapchat, but I have on my Instagram and Twitter, those are just side things. Those are my accounts for YouTube, so those are things I have to have. Then we have the calculator right here. Photos, I don't use WhatsApp at all. I gotta like delete it. Then within the finance folder right there, those are all my credit card stuff and bank accounts and all that. Y'all don't need to see that, right? Don't even ask me. The next thing is games. Here's a huge folder of games that I actually don't even play anymore. It's not even that huge. I deleted a lot of games, but yeah, I don't even play. I play Fire Up. That's pretty much it. Other than that, and besides Pew Pew, which I can't even find on the App Store anymore, which is really weird. But yeah, those are the games I play. GroupMe, YouTube Studio is probably the greatest app ever. I check that like 3 or 4 times an hour. I'm just kidding. I check that maybe like twice a day, once in the morning, once in the evening, or maybe 3 times, like sometime at night. But yeah, I don't check my stats all that often. I should probably start watching them more, but yeah, I mean, Google Chrome is my secondary browser. My main browser is Safari. I have Google Photos right here. It's amazing if you want to sync up your photos. I love Google Photos. The Wallet app I use interchangeably. This and the Watch app goes from like being on this page to like the last page. Just depends if I'm like syncing up my watch all the time or something. It just depends. The next thing we have is travel. You know, I like traveling cheap, so I use Spirit or Frontier whenever I can. The next folder I have is programming. So sometimes if I'm on the go, I just like try to like brush up all my skills of programming because I'm a programmer. So these are the languages that I use. I use SQL. Python is my main language. C++ is something I'm trying to learn. The app honestly doesn't do that good of a job at it, but Python and SQL are good if you already know it and you just want to like brush up on what you know. I think the app is called Solo Learn. I would highly recommend it if you guys plan on doing like any type of programming. The music thing, I have SoundCloud. I should probably take it out of the folder, but yeah, I use SoundCloud all the time. My music's on there. It's simple Alpaca. Make sure you check it out. Fortnite, I'm not even going to talk about. Google Docs, I use Google Docs all the time. I've yet to make a beat with GarageBand, but I will. It's really not that hard. GarageBand isn't too difficult. I use Logic, so GarageBand is an even simpler version of that. I might make a beat on here. I have to see. Next is Tutu app, Tweakbox. Those are things. I think this is unsigned yeah, I have to trust that again. But then we have iMovie. One of these days, I will make a video in iMovie, and I want to see if you guys will be able to tell the difference. I don't think it will because it still exports in 1080p, and that's what these videos are in. But I'll just have to see, you know? The next thing is Firefox. Bro, this cat is outside my house right now. But yeah, I use Firefox never. I don't even recommend it. The next we have is music, and within the music folder we have Groupon. I really don't get that. I don't even use that app. These are apps basically that I barely ever use. I use very seldomly. There's really no huge point into going in depth with each one. But travel, I use Uber. I don't need an Uber or anything here because I have a car. Health is stuff because I don't take care of my health, which I probably should. Within the folder, we have Chick-fil-A. I don't get it. Dude, like honestly, I'm just as confused as you guys are. Within the extras folder, we have a bunch of stuff. Within business folder, we have these things, Dropbox. I didn't even know I had Dropbox on my phone. Airbnb is cool, but I never use it because I don't really travel to places where I don't know anybody at, because I only travel to places I know people at, so then I can just stay at their place. The next we have is weather. That's not podcasts. The watch app, like I said, I interchangeably use. This goes from like being on this screen to this screen. So this is the apps I use all the time. This is apps that I kind of use all the time. And this is apps that I barely ever use, and this is, don't even talk about that. So yeah, photo and video, I barely ever do anything. These apps I heavily use on my iPad. I love these apps on my iPad. I just never use them on my phone. Within this folder, we have Gboard and PhotoScan. There's really no point in having these apps on I haven't used PhotoScan since I made that video about it. But Gboard I don't use because it's just so perfect, and I never mess with it. I only update it and just leave it at that. The next thing we have is numerics, quick notes. I use quick notes because you can actually input whatever notes you have on here and put them on your Apple Watch so you can actually look at them later. Super cool thing. If you guys want it, go ahead and download the quick notes. If you have an Apple Watch, definitely recommend it. Then the mail client, that I don't really like this client that much. Feedback, I don't even know why this is on here. It's so dumb. Last page, which is apps that I never ever use or I don't even want to use. Hangouts, activity, I will look at my watch, so there's no point even talking about it. iScan Pro, text free, MyFitnessPal. See, these are things where it's like I should be using. Like I should be using activity and MyFitnessPal more, and the Planet Fitness app. I need to start working out more, man. Seriously. That just goes to show, subliminally, this is like, as you progress like every day and stuff, like those things like just like keep getting pushed back and back and you don't even realize it. So entertainment, in the entertainment folder, I went on a tangent there. Netflix and Prime Video, I don't watch any of those on my phone. I always watch them on my computer. Simply Safe, Tiny Scanner, Antutu Benchmark, and Google Voice. And that pretty much sums it up. If you guys have any questions or anything, leave it down in the comment section below. My setup isn't too like extra or anything. It's just, gets the job done. I do have a lot of apps. This is the iPhone 7 Plus, by the way, 256 gigabyte version. Like I said, it gets the job done. But that's pretty much it, guys. If you guys have any questions or anything, leave it down in the comment section below. Hit that like button if you're new here, dude. Seriously, like hit that. Just go like that to it, dude. Like, I really appreciate it. This Saturday, though, I'm dropping a video. It's gonna be awesome. I mean, there's videos already been done like this, but I think I'm in the position where I can make it, so stay tuned for that. Dude, definitely hit that subscribe button. Trying to get to 4. I am honestly doing a giveaway. I already wrote the script and everything, so it's coming soon. Give it some time. I'm not going to rush into it. The last giveaway, there were some minor problems with it, but the giveaway and everything is over with that, so I'm glad that's over. Let's start this new one. Stay tuned. Like in the next coming weeks, I'll announce it. Check out the links in the description. As always, my merch and SoundCloud and beats and instrumentals are all down there, so make sure you expand that description to read all that. But more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys, and hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.